After your Erasmus, you are telling yourself for 3 years every day, bring me back to Poland, I want to be back home.
I hope that's not gonna be me after, maybe. Yeah.
No, you're gonna stay here.
Keep it fluid in Polish one day, and inform us is what they say.
Bon pâté de canard.
Of all places, I made it back to Łódź. And I'm taking the train to see Warsaw. I'm not using my professional camera, so the sound quality is bad because it ran out of battery. When I talked to my grandfather, he told me this is the street where he worked. This building, so I'm gonna go take a picture there. So, this is the street. This is the building. I don't know it, so how am I supposed to feel familiar here? But I was told to go here and to take some pictures. I'm walking directly into a film set for the second time now while traveling. First time was in Łódź. Chcę zapytać, to aktorka serialu. Jakie się nazywa?
Ludzie i bogowie.
Ludzie i bogowie. Myślę, że ja mogę nauczyć polskiego się płynie za 1 miesiąc.
Tak, myślę, że możesz. Już uczyłeś się 3 miesiące i myślę, że miesiąc i będzie super.
Dziękuję bardzo.
Proszę.
Juste, je suis avec Antoine de Grenoble, que j'ai pas vu depuis plusieurs années.
Cześć, jestem Antek.
But also, Antoine, can you explain why is your name on Facebook? Is it in Cyrillic or is it just in Polish?
Oh, no, I wanted to get, I would say, kind of more Slavic name. And then after that I switched it because nobody can write my name on Facebook because those dummies do not have the Cyrillic alphabet, Western European dummies. So I moved it into Polish, at least they can write it.
Changing your nationality slowly.
I don't know, I think I'm still too much French.
I met Antoine, like the car, Renault, studied
That's not
on
written
this
the
camp,
same.
and he was one of the people who motivated me to go to Poland because he was telling me stories of his Erasmus in Warsaw.
Yeah, that was in 2014.
Yeah, and isn't this such a funny coincidence that now,
Yeah.
the next time you're living in Poland is the same time I'm moving to Poland for the first time to study.
So maybe it wasn't a coincidence after all. I motivated him to go to Poland and he did it. If you are in France, you always have the bad image of Poland, like imagining a Soviet country, grey architecture, and then people start to move there. Cover like old Polish architecture, the Polish society also with people that are very nice, very welcoming. After your Erasmus, you are telling yourself for 3 years every day, bring me back to Poland, I want to be back home.
I hope that's not gonna be me after, maybe. Yeah.
No, you're gonna stay here.
I'm here at the Chopin monument. I've waited 11 years to see this statue, which I featured on my grade 5 school project. Chopin is a great symbol for Poland. His music represents Poland's historic fight for independence. Whenever there was an empire that occupied Poland, they would always ban Chopin's music. Was talking about finding Chopin's heart in Poland, so no, you just think the grass is greener on the other side, and what I'll tell them is no, it actually is greener in Poland. And today the museum is free.
One of the most famous statues in Warsaw, because that event is really a founding moment for the city. At that time, it was 1944. The Germans were on the way of being defeated, but at the same time, Poles knew that the Soviets wanted to annex their country, like to put communist dictatorship. So basically their plans was to lead an uprising to get rid of the Germans when the Soviets were close to have Soviet support, and at the same time showing strength to the Soviets, saying we are still free people and we want our country to be free in the future. But unfortunately things didn't happen that way. Soviets didn't do anything. Western countries, the UK, the US couldn't do anything, so for 2 months brave Polish soldiers fought, died, and after 2 months they were obliged to surrender, and after that all the remaining buildings in Warsaw were just destroyed. It was Nazi Germany, barbaric, to destroy Warsaw, like they wanted to erase that city from the rest of the map.
What you see here is the remains in 1945 of the royal castle. So as we exit the communist part, we enter the capitalist. You can see that we're in this neighborhood. I feel like I'm in a rich part of Canada. They're so beautiful, so rich. Wow. This is definitely not the Poland I could have ever dreamed of. We're here in the dawn of a new kind of era for Europe, for countries. It's very beautiful. Yeah, it's going in the wrong direction. So Poland is so modern, you can actually go on the Jak Dojadę app and just buy a ticket. I can't find a place to scan this.
Let's go. there is kind of reconstitution of the sewers of Warsaw. You do not have to be claustrophobic. 30, 40 people, a battalion that are trying to cross, plus water, plus the smell. Careful about the Germans, they're just above.
After doing this thing in Sopot, I'm asking why I'm doing the same thing and paying for it in Warsaw.
I hope you didn't enjoy too much Polish food and so getting fat. And in that case, that's a perfect moment to get thinner.
Finally made it up here. Anything to add?
Yeah, so we can say basically that we are at the top of the Warsaw Altan Tower with a perfect view on what I call Warsaw for tourists. Admire the typical Polish Soviet architecture. Like you can see just above an old street like that has been rebuilt after World War II, according to how it used to be before the war. And then after that you have communist buildings, and just after that, like the modern skyscrapers. At that moment you realize that Poland has a rich history. If that guy has a statue, it must have been a great king. And indeed he was. Do you know why? Because actually it was the Polish king that moved the official capital city from Krakow to Warsaw. And he was, for sure, definitely right.
What? Sorry you can't hear him very well, it's because of this pro-EU music.
Yeah, pro-EU. Unknown Soldier Memorial.
Why I'm showing you is because it's all the wars in the history of Poland. We were just lost, my GPS wasn't working in the metro, and we're trying to see where the Museum of the Uprising is. And Antoine asked a woman on the metro for help. She helped us, like, she sat down, she showed us the map.
Yeah, and then after that, what was even funnier, we just wanted to get out from the metro station, like going into the wrong direction, but still people thought that we were lost, just gave us the right direction, and still after that even showing us directly on the street where is the Museum of the Warsaw Uprising.
and a guy gave me change, and a Polish guy, and so many Polish people helped us find this place because I think they understand how important this story is to tell to foreigners. I just saw this sock vending machine, so I'm gonna follow my instinct and just buy a pair of socks. With 90s, they have FC Warsaw supporter.
Oh man.
Did it get stuck? Just needed, but it says FC Warsaw.